Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go, check!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Broncos at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. It's Logan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to...
And it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back team. Warriors 17.
They'll look to throw again. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
70 Timberwolves.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed,
Here we go.
you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
11 mighty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Burrow going for it on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Garabay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Get set.
Burrow will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert him. That sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 11 coming.
try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off to the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hurry!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is down to a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage. and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
18 Cardinals.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 19-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that will make this a 4-point game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely.
11 MP, 11 MP. Stop.
On second down, they'll run it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, here's Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 1, ready?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2. 12. Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Gun.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
11.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On one, ready?
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now third down and 6 to go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.